Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third chapter of web development. In the last video, we learned about HTML tables, and today we are going to design some HTML forms. You might have seen HTML forms in several websites where they ask you to fill out your details for registration purpose or login purpose. So those are possible through HTML forms. And today we are going to create a form and we will learn about few important form inputs. So let's get started. HTML forms. Think of the CSS. So a form starts with the tag name form, with slash form, and we always put a method here. So there are two kind of methods. One is post and another one is get. So on the only difference is I will tell you the difference between post and get once we are done creating this form. So let's remove it now. Let me just show you the different input types of a form. First input type is a text. Looks like this. We'll put a name. Let's say first name, or let's say full name. And let's make a placeholder here. A placeholder is a text which is mentioned inside this text box to let the user know that what this field is for and what input should go here. And as soon as someone clicks on this and start typing, then it fades away. So for example, let me show you. Let's say your full name. Here you see, enter your full name. Then the second input type is email. Again, you can put a name. Let's say user email and click and write a placeholder. Enter your email. So let's say this is a registration form. Registration form. Okay. Now enter your email. Here you see enter your email, and let's say we'll take another input field, that's password. User, type equal to password, name equal to user pass. Let's say placeholder. That is, so this is a registration form. So create a password. Now we'll take a third input. Let's say we let's say it's a select form, drop down list where you got to choose your option. Name equal to, let's say, gender. Site select, we'll put option. So first option is select your gender, right? But we will make it null. So we will keep it blank so that it doesn't fetch any value from here. The second option is and the third option is female. female, and let's suppose we put a third option, rather not say, and we put its value as not applicable. And see, this is a drop down select box, and there is one more input type we can learn, that is a radio button. So radio button you might have seen, instead of this drop down, we can use a radio button to select, or I have to select the gender. For example, input type equal to radio. Okay, it's a radio button. Name equal to, let's say, gender. Value is equal to male, and take a ID equal to male. Another input you, again the name would be gender, and this time the value will be female. ID equal to female, and we'll put a label for female. I'm sorry, female. Yeah, you're right, female. Now see, either you can select this male or this female. Okay, and let's say we'll create a drop down with date of birth. So let there is a date type, input type, input type equal to date, name equal to birthday, birthday. Here it is, and at the end we'll put a submit type, input type equal to submit, name equal to register, and let's say the value is register. First of all, what we want is, how a form works is, whenever user input the data here in the form and they click on the register now button, then it will go to another page, and in that page this data will be processed, and according to the backend codes, I mean, it will decide whether this information is to store in the server, or how to process this data. It will be mentioned on the backend codes. So let's not get into that part right now, because we will learn that backend processing in the later phase of this course. But as of now, we will only learn about how to design a form. Okay, and how we will just learn how a form works. So here you can see, when we clicked on this register now button, it has not given any warning because these fields were empty. So what we will do is, this is a default feature of HTML5. So we can just simply put required in the every input type required, and we require the password. So whatever input is mandatory, we will put required there. Even will code required in this as well. Required and birthday as well required. So see now, register full name. Let's suppose Brooks. See, it's asking for the email. Peter askmail.com. It is now asking for a password. Peter at 123. Then it's asking whether, we need to select male or female. So let's say male. And now it's asking to fill out this one as well. So let's select today's date and click on register. Now you can see here, as soon as we clicked on the register button, the link has, or the URL has fetched all the data and sent it to the another page, or wherever we have put the action into, or wherever we have put the action into. See, as soon as we click the register now, all the data is visible here. That is because this method is a get method, and by default, if you do not put any method here, then by default the HTML document will take it as a get method. Okay, so see, it takes all the data here in the URL. It passes all the data through URL. So in order to avoid that, we will use post method. In the post method, data is not visible in the URL. Peter mail, Peter 123, mail, today's date, register now. See, when we clicked on the register now, there is no value visible in the URL. So it is a save method. So that is why we will use we will use the post method, and we will also use an action. So action is the page where this data would be forwarded to and it will be processed. So let's say we data page registration.php, and this page would be a PHP page, because the data processing will be done through a scripting language, and scripting languages like either PHP, .NET, Python. So these are the scripting languages. So since we are learning PHP, so we will make a PHP file here. Let's say however, we will not write any kind of PHP code as of now, because we are going to learn PHP in the last part of this course, or the later phase of this course. So as of now, we are just focusing on the designing part, the development and designing part. So let's make this form a little bit beautiful. First of all, let's put this form inside. The form is absolutely fine. Let's put all of this data inside a division tag, a div tag. Here it goes. And let's say we put a class name over here, form. Now we will go into the CSS dot form. Okay. First of all, we'll put day percent 0 pixel, and say font family select version. That's absolutely fine. Typo here. Font family. What size? Now, what we will do is change the font family and font size of the input fields as well. There it goes. Now we will design this one. Container. Let's go with percent of width and let's make it 700 pixel. 700 pixel. Let's see how wide the container is. Font container. Okay, I think 700 pixel is enough. I think 700 pixel is too much. Let's make it 600 pixel. Okay. Now we can see that all of the input fields are in the same line. So what we want is we want it to break out to a new line. So what we will do is inside every inside every input we have a display type that is block. Whenever we declare a display as a block to an element, it takes the entire width of the container. Now little bit of spacing between the input fields. So inside the input, we will put a margin of let's say 5 pixel and the margin bottom of 5 pixel. It's not looking good. So let's make it 15 pixel. Yeah, it's good now. Though thing is that we do not want these two in different rows. So we want it to be in the same row in different columns. So what we will do is we will just simply cut this from here, clear the input. So input where we want input type equal to text. See, input type equal to text. Then we'll take display. Oh, same thing we want with email as well. Input same thing we want with input equal to password. Right. Now for the input here we want, so we can either write margin top equal to 15 pixel and bottom equal to 15 pixel. That makes sense, but the easier way would be this way. Margin in pixel. So here the contents of margin. So the thing is that let's suppose there are the 4 different sides or the 4 edges of the box. This is the top. Look, the sequence comes like top, right, bottom, and left. And if we write only 2 values over here, then the first one is considered as the top and the bottom, and the second one is considered as the left hand. So let's put, since we are putting the equal values on top and bottom, so on top and bottom it is 15 pixel, and on the left and the right margin would be of 0 pixel. Okay. And the another thing we will do here is width will be 100%. How? Why it has not been equal to 100%? 100% okay. So first of all, we created the container and then we 100%. So 600 pixel is more. Let's reduce it to 500 pixel. This one was good. Instead of H2, let's make it H3. Here you go. And now we have this male and female, I mean the gender one. So for the gender type, what? This is the gender one. Okay. Here we can one gender male and female. We will put it inside another block. Class equal to, let's say, gender. Now dot gender will now see it's automatically it has taken up the entire space, entire way. Now dot gender, what we'll do is make it margin, because we just need only margin bottom, so that is why we have margin bottom here 15 pixel. Let's see, we got a space. Now we need this one, so again goes port type is equal to date. You see it has changed to, however we do not have any label for this, so what we will do is we will put a label here, birthday label, or there is no need to do this. I think simply work out. Say ID equal to birthday or birthday. Now the registered button, we will design this one as well. Type is equal to the same family font and same font family and same font size. Here. We want this button to be at the middle of the font. So inline CSS style text align. See, the button is now at the center of the form. Let's style the button a little bit. Input type equal to submit. Let's say make the padding 5 pixel and 10 pixel. Make the cursor pointer Okay. Now for say none background color. Say there is a background color. This one. Okay, this is good. We need text color white. White. Okay. Now what we want is when we hover. Okay, let's put a border here as well. I'll do that. What we want is whenever we hover over this register button, we want that it shows us something or it gives us an indication that yes, the mouse is hovering over me. So I mean the user is focused over me. So what we will do is select this on the hover or on this button, make background color white, and we'll name the text color say same as the previous background color, and a border of 2 pixel solid dollar. For a nice animation here. See, it gives a very good animation. Now let's style the form container. Let's say background station form container more lighter. This is fine. Now we'll put a here of okay. I think width width is an issue over here. So instead of 100%, we would have to make it 7. How it looks good. All right. So let's make it 5. So okay, and let's say we put this at the center of the pixel. We can also put a box shadow over here. Box shadow. So we get a pixel. So let's this. Let's make it RGBA. Now, so what is this RGBA? RGBA stands for, I mean, this is the red, green, blue of the color, because whenever we create a color in either, I mean, whenever we create a digital color, it it is mixed up, or it's mixed up with a combination of red, green, and blue. And A is the opacity over here. So here it goes. So we have got this beautiful form. We will be creating another forms as well, but this is just a basic form that we have created just to clear your concept. And as soon as the time passes and we will move into the later part of this course, I will teach you another frameworks as well. Like we have this one called Bootstrap, and that is a very easy framework, or that is a very easy way to develop your website or your web application, and with beautiful styles and all. And it will be very easy. I will show you once we are done with the basic things. And I believe that is all for today, guys. And we have just finished the HTML forms here. So these are the only basic, form inputs that we require. But later on, whenever we would be moving forward with our course, I will, teach you another, or the rest of the form inputs, and I will show you how to process this data through PHP, and how it gets stored in the server, and how it is used to log in, how it is used for login purpose. So I will show you each and everything. So that is all for today. I hope you guys have understand this thing, and I want you guys to practice. And if you have any doubt, you can write on the comments, and I will try to clear your doubts. And we'll see you in the next video. And if this video is beneficial for you, I would like you to like and subscribe this video, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.